What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what is really moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So SoundHound is up a very impressive 12.6%, 10.07 the low, 11.03 the high, and you're seeing a huge amount of volume, both through common stock as well as through options. So currently 35.3 million shares being traded, 29.03 is the average. And the market's been open roughly 2 hours. So today is going to be record for volume. Aside from that though, no official news from SoundHound, no SEC filings or anything like that. Even on social media, the last post that they've done, it was on May the 22nd, and that is very abnormal for them. So potentially they might be working on something behind the scenes as far as a big news acquisition, as they kind of alluded to in their last earnings. But what is really causing it to go higher today is this right here. So Piper Sandler did initiate coverage, so meaning they have not previously given them a rating. So that's kind of a bullish thing in general, the fact that SoundHound's getting the attention of new entities. But aside from that, Piper Sandler did give a $12 price target and does see substantial growth in the foreseeable future. So yeah, that's absolutely amazing stuff. And given where SoundHound is at, so in the $10 range, that's generally very bullish. So yeah, that's really good, getting the attention of big money, really pushing it higher. At first you did have a string of selling for whatever reason, as you can kind of see right here. But aside from that though, it looks like a lot of institutions actually buying in, both on the secondary market and dark pool. So dark pool is often enough used by shorts and other large entities. And I know a lot of people really want SoundHound to be a squeeze play. And as of right now, the time of doing this video, shorts are increasing roughly around 41,000 shares. So not all that much. And for those of you that really kind of watch my SoundHound videos, kind of analyze what shorts do, they normally in the past, whenever SoundHound's been up like double digit, shorts are increasing like 4+ million shares. They are trying at all costs to suppress SoundHound. Today, they seem to be somewhat giving up. So in my opinion, and by analyzing this, it goes to show that SoundHound being this up today is justified. So definitely good stuff in my opinion, and most likely once more analysts give ratings, SoundHound will just go up, because logically speaking, if SoundHound is able to hit their 2025 marks for the revenue as what they previously cited, I feel logically SoundHound should be in the teens at the very bare minimum, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. But 31.62% of the free float is being shorted. So 32% short interest is way too high for what SoundHound does, and as well what their future growth is. So I think over the next quarter, most likely shorts will be naturally returning their shares, not like as a squeeze, but I think they'll do it slowly over the next quarter to probably around that 20 to 25% range, in my opinion. So that should add some nice solid buying pressure over the next little bit. But looking at the options, currently 7.7 million in calls, 812,000 in puts, and 48% of all the options being done today are bullish in nature. So majority is bullish, and you are seeing like huge numbers today. So 8.6 million in total premiums right now. Like I said, the market's only been open 2 hours, 3.8 for last week, 6. And so today most likely will settle roughly around that 15 million, if not a little bit higher for the total. So definitely good to see. And the put/call ratio is very optimistic and insinuating that there's more upside based on this. Based on the bulls, you do see a consensus for it to be roughly around that 11 to 1150 for this week, and then the bears anticipating for it to be sub 10. I would have anticipated, given everything, that the bulls would feel that it would be a little bit higher than that. So I'm not really sure what's kind of holding people back for that. But I think just given everything in the broader market, at the same time, there might be some hesitation from NVIDIA's earnings. So that definitely will move, obviously, SoundHound and the broader market. We also do have FOMC minutes, GDP, and PCE in the second half of the week. So maybe some institutions are somewhat worried about that. So we'll kind of have to wait and see. But currently with it at 1086, it is trading now between this R3 and this R2. So 1130 is going to be the next strong target/resistance, followed by 1275. And then flip side, 1075 and then 1040 is going to be the next strong support levels. So just kind of watch for that on the actual chart itself. So with the nice push today, it is kind of looking as though it's going to test that 100-day moving average. So that is 1125. And if it's able to get above that, then you'll see a kind of a twist, right? Because if it is able to get above that 1182 as well, that's where you'll have algorithmic trading really working for SoundHound rather than against it. So I think this is where you could see another breakout type of scenario play out. And it won't just be with SoundHound, it would be across the board. So I think there's a lot of big data, like I said, that could really push SoundHound higher, as well as the broader market. So I think big things might be coming. So let me know your viewpoint. Do you believe that SoundHound will be back to like the $13 to $15 range, or do you think that it's just overhyped and gonna really trend down? What's your kind of general thoughts on all that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.